Hello and welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you for joining me for Make It Monday. Just before I get started, I've changed the angle of my camera and I would want to know what your feedback is. Is this better or worse? Because I can't tell. I apologise if you wobble at any point in this video because my chest is in the way. So I've pre-made the card for this week. This, how beautiful is this die cut? This uses the Floral Phrases bundle from our new annual catalogue. I absolutely love this. This wasn't, I'll admit, in my absolute must-have purchases, but I think it would be now that I've got it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this. But I have a bit of a problem because in the catalogue this entire suite is Night of Navy and White. Let me show you if I can find what page number it's on, because I'm just not that organised today. I apologise for my what was 77. I should be more organised, shouldn't I? So this is the suite. You'll find this on page 77 and you've got the stamp set, which is beautiful, and the coordinating dies. And then you've got this beautiful pattern paper and it is absolutely stunning. But it means that all I see is Night of Navy. All I can see this stamp set with is Night of Navy. So the first thing I did when this arrived was get lots of ink pad colours out and stamp it again. So I've got one in Night of Navy. I've also got one in Rose Red, Sahara Sand, Mint Macaron, Blushing Bride, which we're going to use today, Marina Mist, and some others. Flirty Flamingo, I think it looks beautiful in Flirty Flamingo. And that's helped me a little bit because I can now see it in other colours. I don't know if other people kind of find this, that you get your catalogue home and go, oh well, it's Night of Navy in the catalogue, so that's what I must stamp it in. Wrong! So we're going to do Blushing Bride today, and I've got a slight variation on this card because the I'm very waffly today, aren't I? The die set comes in two pieces. So you've got this big piece and then you've got the smaller piece, and they do sit beautifully together on one card. That would be absolutely gorgeous. But I thought I would die cut them both, and I'm going to use the smaller one today. I'm going to move that out of the way. And I have got here a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock that I have half A4, half piece A4, and I've already scored it at 10.5 centimetres. And I'm just going to burnish that really, really well so it sits flat. I've got a piece of Whisper White that sits half a centimetre shorter and narrower. It's going to sit on there beautifully. And then I've got my die cut like that, which as you can see is much smaller than the other one. But we've got a couple of little bits to do as well. So I have got the border stamp from that Floral Phrases, which I think is beautiful. And my Blushing Bride ink pad, and I'm just going to stamp this across the top, like, this is the point where I knock the camera because I can't see to stamp. I think you can probably see a bit better, but I can't, so I apologise if that's really wonky, and I don't think it's too bad. So when you're using these stunning dies, you'll find that there's a funny kind of wavy one in the pack, and it's because this die just cuts out the middle. It doesn't cut the edges and it doesn't cut this edge, and they're both exactly the same. As you can see, if I put that back in, you can see where that cuts and it leaves a border around, and this one then sits on the top to die cut the top edge, and that top edge is the same for both the little die and the bigger one. So I'm going to, this is cut at 10.5, and then it was a big sheet, so I've cut it down with the die. And I'm going to pop my piece of Whisper White on first, and you'll notice that I haven't put my sentiment on yet, and that is because I found that it was easier to do it this way. So, move my ink pad out of the way a second, and as always because I've got an intricate die cut, I've got my silicone mat and my Tombow, and I love to use my silicone mat because I find, you'll think, oh, she doesn't actually make a mess, but you'll find if I don't use my silicone mat, I get glue all over. If I do use my silicone mat, the glue stays where I want it to go. So I don't know quite how that works. See, I've got glue on the silicone mat rather than on the project. That's why I use the silicone mat. See? And then I'm just going to get my fingers really gonky, and I'm going to just pop that. It's the exact same width as the card, so it takes a little bit of lining up, like so. And the other joy about a silicone mat is putting it over the top and then taking a bone folder and just pressing it down and making sure that that die cut is properly stuck. And the silicone mat won't stick because it doesn't stick to glue. So you'll see that I've got a bit of splodging, and I'll get that off with an adhesive remover once it's completely dry. So there's a few beautiful sentiments on this stamp set, and I used the congratulations for the other card, but I think I'm going to have for all the thoughtful things you do on this one. Oh, you see, do you feel seasick yet? With me, slightly strange camera angle. So I mount that up on my block, and I've got my Stampin' Jig out today, my much underused Stampin' Jig, just to help with some positioning, because these are red rubber stamps and not clear mount. I do like to use my Stampin' Jig just to make sure that I get my sentiment straight and exactly where I want it. Now you cannot see there is a sentiment stamped on there because it's Blushing Bride, but I promise that I have stamped it, and I'm going to pop it down there, I think. So, oh dear, this is the point where I need like 8 arms. I'm just gonna stamp that there, and that is my card for this week's Make It Monday. Aren't they so super pretty? They'd look beautiful actually, I think, with a bit of wink of Stella in the cutout sections of the dies. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget that you can purchase everything I've used today over on my website. The link is in the down bar below. And I will see you again next time. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.